Good Sunday morning, everybody. Chris Allen here on the Sam channel, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter, sponsored by Ace Hardware Marketplace. It is Sunday. We're going to see more sunshine today, although, like yesterday, there will be that time that we see some clouds, and we're seeing a few clouds with the partly cloudy to mainly clear skies this morning. Take a look at the satellite view. You can see those clouds, mostly high and mid-level clouds that are streaming through the area. You've got it from Ohio River, the Wabash River, all the way down into Middle Tennessee and beyond. But in between the clouds, we will see sunshine today here and there. We'll call it partly sunny, not entirely mostly sunny, but partial clouds and sunshine mixed today. But we're going to warm it up even more than we did yesterday when we had a high of 50. We did hit 50 for a high temperature yesterday. 48 is where we should be on average. So we were a couple of degrees warmer than average for this time of year. And that felt a little better, even though the made it feel a little bit cooler. So today, I think we are going to make it feel, thanks to the southerly winds, much warmer than it was yesterday. And here's proof of those numbers with the model blender. The coming days will go mid to upper 50s today. Somebody could even hit 60. Maybe your front porch or backyard thermometer could hit 60 today. Same thing goes for tomorrow. And then look at those real 60-degree temperatures as we get into Tuesday, Wednesday, and really Thursday to start before the next chance of rain begins to move in. And that's going to be Tuesday evening, or actually Tuesday evening into Wednesday. We do have a chance of rain, and then another chance coming in for part of the weekend. Temperatures will start to even out a little and reset for a day or so for Friday into Saturday, and then hop right back into the 50s and the 60s. We're not going to stay chilly anytime long term, as temperatures are steadily climbing, and our average high is steadily climbing too, more into the upper 40s and soon into the low 50s. The more we get into February, that daily average high and the lows as well start to tick up a little bit as the days begin to get longer as we transition from late winter into spring. And you see there that even like Wednesday, Thursday nights, the low temperatures are where we're supposed to be for average high temperatures. So that tells you just how mild it's going to get and how warm it's going to get over the next several days. I don't see any really major systems coming. I know there are some that are, some of the long range models and foresters are looking at something maybe next weekend. It's a little too soon to say just exactly how it's going to play out. So we'll give it some time to bake, if you will, and see what comes in the next few days. Here's a look at current temperatures this morning as of 4:52 a.m. So this is just before 5 a.m. Kentucky Mesonet temperatures from WKU and the network across the state of Kentucky. 40s. Remember, yesterday we had teens. So it's much warmer this morning than it was yesterday morning, thanks to a few more clouds acting as a blanket to hold in some of the heat of the day from yesterday. So we are nice to start this morning. You shouldn't have to worry about warming up anything for a while. I mean, if you want to, but it's not frozen outside, and it's not terribly cold like it was yesterday morning. All right, let's take a look at the maps here, and there's, like I said, not a whole lot to show right now because everything is kind of quiet. We've got high pressure in domination here. We've got a few little systems that are trying to work through the upper atmosphere, but there's not a whole lot going on as far as big cold fronts and big changes, wholesale changes, signal changes, anything like that. It's all pretty status quo right now. We start with right pressure is what's dominating our right now over the space of energy dropping out of the Great Lakes, and a weak low pressure system off into the panhandle of Texas, where they're going to get rid of the ice down there, and they will, because it's going to warm up there. Here come pieces of energy, and that's what's keeping some of the clouds that we're going to see with the sunshine today across southern Kentucky. So here's the afternoon today. Here's tonight. Little front into the Ohio River Valley, but really all the moisture with it is way up here, Lake Erie and Lake Huron and further north. Going to maybe try to make a run, but really just falls apart as it gets closer to us. This system starts to strengthen a little bit south leeward of the Rockies and the southern plains. High pressure still hanging on for us. Here we are in midday. We will see some fog. I think tonight, with the much warmer air coming in, that front is actually going to cause us to fall off into the low 30s tonight instead of the 40s like we are right now. So that inversion is going to make for a little bit of patchy, dense fog by tomorrow morning. So I will throw, uh, 30s tonight. So that's going to set us up for some fog. Okay, it just did a reset. Let me get back to where we were. So tonight, that weak front just kind of falls apart, but enough to bring in a shot of somewhat colder air tonight into the low 30s. So colder tomorrow morning than this morning, and that will cause some dense fog to form. But then we warm up very quickly as we get into Monday afternoon and Monday evening. It's our warm front, and here's a system that is going to bring us a chance rain showers as we get into Tuesday afternoon. Here we go. Tuesday midday, we start to see some light rain across the area. There's going to be a lot of rain with this, on the order of maybe a tenth of an inch or less. As we get on into Wednesday, another low pressure system forms over the Arctic and sends moisture our way. Now, somewhat deeper moisture out of the Gulf of Mexico. Thunderstorms over the deep south. We're still some influence of high pressure. So it's going to be one of those situations. Got to saturate the columns of air in order to get the heavier rain in here, but I don't think we're going to see thunderstorms or anything like that. Here we go into midday. The comes through, but there's another low pressure system back to the west of us. You see all this tangled up mess right here over the upper Ohio Valley as we get into Thursday afternoon and evening. Another little piece of moisture tries to work through with a few clouds on Friday, and could maybe get enough on Friday night into Saturday morning before that cold front comes through to see maybe a mix of snow flurries in with any moisture. But the big question is, are we going to have moisture left over by the time any kind of colder air gets here, or is it just going to get on out of here and we don't have to worry about it? So it will get a bit colder on Saturday. Highs there will only be in the 40s, but that's still not too far off from the average for this time of the year. So this will be temporary. As you can see back behind it, another big warm up, Rockies and the plains and the deep south. Yeah, this moves on to the east, and we go warming up once again. So whatever little shots of cold air come in, they're temporary, like the one last night or the night before. And this morning we're back into the 40s instead of the teens. And so it's going to be these things are going to be shaking out over the next few weeks as we transition to those longer days and shorter nights, and we try to go from winter into spring. These transitions and these hits of warmer air, then a shot of cold air for a day or so, then we're back to the warmer air. Those are going to become more common as we get into later February and into early March. All right, that will do it for this Sunday morning, February 5th. Thanks as always for watching. Everything's good on my end. Everybody's feeling much better. And in fact, I'm on my way to church. Quarantine over, everything checks out, and everything's good. So God bless you. Thank you for watching as always. And I'll see you right back here tomorrow morning.